Ay.
There might at least have mentioned where in Northreach he'd be testing this recruit.
Who'll pay for that?
Well met, Sid. This is the initiate. At your service.
Please, just Sid.
Oh, the sergeant says
To become a scout, yes. You are a...
But
Who would that be?
Gav. It was him who no magic, no support. It taught me what, and I've been training ever since. So that one day...
You clearly have good intentions, Ember. And it sounds like...
So... You haven't even seen... Not far from here is an Imperial lookout, Eastwatch. The guards there record all their sightings in a logbook and bring it here. No. Sneaking into a heavily guarded Imperial, you need to assess the situation. Deter all without being discovered.
Ember. Gav isn't our best scout because he can do everything. It's essential.
Know our limits. I won't let you... It shouldn't be
On my way. All right, Ember. Impress me.
The garrison is threatening to put their sentries in Parte.
I would speak with this Duke.
Saw the captain just now.
Your town needs you.
¿Qué pasa?
Do you have a moment?
What is it?
It's the Duke, unsurprisingly. The town was left, and though my dear boys have been characteristic, so I was wondering if you would lend them your...
Of course.
Thank you. Philippe told me he had...
Where can I find the mistress of this establishment?
Here, my... To whom do I have...
My name is Sabine, and it is my displeasure to be the daughter of the Duke of Oriflamme, who I understand is causing you. I wish to speak to you about...
Very well. I trust you'll forgive...
Absolutely.
Please.
As you know, my father is a most overbearing and supercilious man, and for continuing to argue, yet I fear he is not one... He must be made to face the court.
And who...
I would. Myself and several were you to join us. We would surely have the strength to...
Does that not seem a trifle?
Drastic action is precisely what is called for. Unless you are content, my father would have it that citizens exist only to serve the Empire. That they should be... But he is wrong. It is not the people who must serve the Empire. Scornful of the opinions of anyone he judged, but he cannot be allowed to ride roughshod over the... We must fight him.
Fight him? No. Respectfully, my lady. Our only chance of saving this town depends upon every one of us. While I understand your frustrations, I cling to the...
False hope. I assure you, but I see that your mind is made up. I shall bother you no if you will extend me the same courtesy. I bid you good day.
She certainly has spirit.
Indeed. But unfortunately, which may be enough to seal the fate of this town. This is all about her.
Families.
I'm sorry. Where... yes. I was about... But perhaps it's better that you heard them from him. I believe he's in the market, if you...
Right away.
It's just a pity I cannot join you.
Te lo bajo si quieres, sí.
So you are content to... Please, if you were a true son of Northreach...
That's exactly what I am. I'm trying to, at least. The land...
Even when our true enemy is... Fine. Thank you so much.
She cornered you too, then?
Could hardly get a word in edgewise, Father.
She made an uninvited appearance at the... hoping to convince the Dane to join her.
I bet that went well. Anyway, what brings you here?
Our mutual friend thought you might welcome some help.
Oh, right, as all. We've had some reports, you see.
They're back.
Seems that way. We haven't been able to confirm anything yet, but if you're willing...
Right.
You know Grieger's Weep? One of the sightings...
I'm on my way.
Thank you, Clive. I'll look into one of the other sightings.
Damn it. The reports were true. I need to stop them before they get to the town.
Clive! Are you alright?
I am. But it seems I dispatched the few that I...
Well, that's something. But what were they doing south? We might be able to fend off an attack.
You have eyes on them?
Some. I should probably go. You head back to Northridge. I want you there just...
What do you mean?
The ladyship's been busy working up, stirring up ill feeling towards her father.
What? I'll do what I can. Be careful.
Don't worry, I'm not like you. One sniff of those...
Do you not see, Father? The people of Northreach have given enough, and only a fool would ask for more.
Listen to me, Sabine. Where would our people be without their country? The Empire is their sword and their shield. It is she that ensures they can live without fear. Now she teeters on the brink. Without their sword, how will the people fight? Without their shield, how will they protect their kin? Can the unarmed stand against the advancing hordes? No. But there is yet hope. A new shield, a new sword. A new empire. We can rebuild Sandbreak, just as Great Krieger wills it.
Perhaps we could, Father. But we don't want to. Not if it is built on the broken backs of the people.
Please, let us not quarrel in the street. You must see that no good will come of this. Our fight is not with each other, but with the threat that draws ever closer to our gates. A threat that your sword has yet to rid us of, Your Eminence.
You will hold your tongue. You may have filled my daughter's head with your heresy, but I will not be corrupted.
Corrupted? Your daughter's opinions are her own, as you would know if you had ever deigned to listen to her. At least I hope they are your opinions, and not posturing born of a family feud. Northreach deserves better than that.
Northreach deserves better than you, Carla. Yes, I know who you are. The slut of Twinside who bedded a branded.
Jealous, are you? That a woman might choose a bearer over a pious man of Griega.
Clive! I met a swarm of thralls coming south from Oriflamme. Hundreds of them. Too many to count. With no work on the fortifications has scarcely begun. We will retreat to Caer Norvent and there make our stand. Did you hear me? That was an order!
While this is but a heartfelt plea, let us make our stand here and protect our homes. Protect those that we love. Together for Northreach!
You heard the dame. What are we waiting for? Pikemen to the gates. Archers to the roofs. Quickly, come on! But she is but a common whore. Yes. And we'd follow her to the gates of hell. The men have their orders, and they look like they've got them spaced out at regular intervals.
Thank you. Rest assured the people will play their part. Should any of your men be injured?
Thank you, my lady.
I'll play my part. You still want for numbers. I only hope I can get Philippe. Can I leave the south in your hands?
Of course. I'll lead a party down that way. What about you?
I'll make my way. I've fought a few of these things. Well, I can't promise to hold them all back.
All right.
Thank you.
You can thank us when it's over.
Till then, madame.
I want steel in the hands.
Come on.
There are so many of them.
Not for long.
Is it over?
No. It's only just begun. I wonder how the others... Better hurry back.
Clive.
And you, the road to Oriflamme, how did you and your...
We ended up fighting for our lives down by the lake.
Glad to hear it.
Well, I thank you both.
You were right. And I had thought that only that without a strong hand, they would drift apart. But you, not by force, nor by the exercise, by simply being one of them.
Our purpose was ever the same. You were merely distracted by a loftier vision of empire.
As did you, Sabine. His radiance said it himself. I forgot that.
I'm sorry too, but I should never have taken only wanted you to understand how I felt.
Do not blame yourself, my dear. I should have listened to you.
Your Eminence, your ladyship. But I believe the same could be said of we all want safety, security, and we may yet achieve. Will you join us in
Yes.
Thank you, Yura. Now that that is settled, I must go and see to the wounded. And today there are more than...
Madam Isabel, I see that it is not...
Right.
Forgive me for saying so, my lady. The dame said it herself. We can turn things, and that goes for you, too. You're one of us now.
One of you.
Well said, Captain.
Well, I should see if Isabel needs any help moving the wounded.
Can we get you anything?
There's no need to worry.
I saw several soldiers being carried to the Vale.
How goes it? I'll be happy to don't mention it.
Oh, but I must.
Tell me, if Northreach had fallen, but I sense you would run. For you, madame, I have all the time.
I was Carla then. So sought after was I that it was only lass. For naive as I fell in love, he was my master's guard. After they discovered us together, he was whipped bloody and forbidden, so we fled. Not that we had anywhere to flee to. We wandered until we found ourselves here. It was the veil that fed us, clothed us, those that could be healed at least.
He passed away.
He did. But at least we were able to share a few moments of... It was the greatest gift I have... But the generosity of this town. The men and women of the Vale supported me through my... Though I was still a stranger to them. And so that I would return the kind... That I would repay my debt.
Thank you, Isabel, for sharing.
Perhaps that is what... Never stop fighting, and I shan't either. I know that it will not be easy to keep Northreach together. The people, the soldiers, all united in defense of... And what of you? Can we count on your support?
Always. These are clean kills. Perhaps young Ember really is ready. Or maybe not. Damn it.
Ember, draw your sword!
Oh, God!
Then run!
If you want him, you'll have to go through me. Too slow. Ember. Gone.
I didn't... Where is Ember?
He must have fled. He was just standing there. Didn't even draw his sword. He was nowhere to be seen.
I knew the boy had a nervous streak.
The right man. I believe this is the logbook you took.
Don't you tell me you breached the tower while Sid was busy saving your...
What? Wasn't that what you asked? To bring the thing back without getting caught?
He has you then, as heir. And he...
But Sid!
He did what he thought was best. And now I have to do...
Of course. Don't you leave me.
Yes, Sergeant.
This won't be...
Here to help me pack.
Thanks, but I'll be traveling. You're really going to...
I am. But before I...
If it's within my...
It's the children. And if I leave them here, they surely will. I can think of only one place where they are certain to be...
Of course.
Thank you, Clive.
No more.
What is it, Ferda?
There's been a flood in the Velcroy. The League of Outlaws encampment was completely destroyed. What? Every last one of the bastards.
Bandits are one thing, but Akashic bandits are... We need to evacuate. Ferda, gather the men. The Akashic may strike at any moment. We must make right... Well?
Yes, my lord.
Clive, change of... The children stay with me for now. Tell them to prepare for a full... Understood. I'll do what I can to convince... You have to listen to me. They're coming.
Why do they always have to make such a... What do you want?
Pass on an important... There's been an ether flood. The camp with the so-called League of... They're no longer just bandits. They're Akashic now. You need to begin preparing for...
Oh, do we?
Lubor, perhaps? You may believe his lies, my lord.
But why would he lie about something?
Some twisted it. If he had not been unmasked, a great honor for one, he might well feel aggrieved.
Lord Underhill, forgive me. Lubor cannot be trusted.
You may not trust me. But for the sake of your people, if there is any chance that this...
There isn't. Now be off with you.
You're making a mistake.
Come, Clive. If our words will not move them, then we must find another way to help save the town.
You're right. Let's speak to Lord Ferda.
I think we'd better shut up.
What's Lubor raving about now?
Lord Ferda. Sid, what's wrong? I went to warn Conrad and Natalie about the account. They've convinced themselves they're not a bloody fool, which means the town guard that I can. If there's anything I can... You only have to... I appreciate it.
Sid! Ferda!
Victor.
I couldn't abandon a friend. Lubor is in need at this very moment.
to believe me. The Akashic are coming. They don't eat, they don't sleep, they don't tire, and they don't care who they kill. They're unlike anything that's come before. There will be no parley, no mercy granted. We may have saved the town once, but this is different. I do not ask that you forgive me, but please believe me. If you do not run, you will die. You will all fucking die!
You'd like that, wouldn't you, Bearer?
Yeah, with us out of the way, your kind will be free to claim Dalamil for yourselves.
You should run!
Run, Bearer!
Yeah, run! Far, far away!
Just go!
Yes!
Come on, then.
Wait, someone's coming.
Stop! You're hurting him!
Yo dejaba que les mataran a todos. No te jode.
What did Lubor ever do to you? He solves all your stupid problems, and he keeps all of you safe. You know there's nothing he wouldn't do for this town. Who was it who made that cleaver you use every day, Conrad? And what about your counting table, Natalie? Who fixed that? Whose men make sure the streets are clean so all your boots don't get dirty? Who spends all day, every day making sure things run smoothly around here? And none of you ever say thank you, ever! But did Lubor ever complain? Well, does he ever stop smiling? He keeps this whole place going! And you act like it doesn't even exist!
Lubor, we've heard enough.
Wait!
We will not run. The town guard will not abandon the very place it is sworn to protect.
And I will not give up for lost the stores that we labored so hard to fill.
So tell us, how do you propose we deal with these Akashic of yours?
We won't run, but we will fight.
All right, then.
Fine. Gather round if you don't want to die.
Allow me to explain the situation. The ether flood occurred near the village of Cheratina, deep in the Velcroy. The place had been abandoned until the League of Outlaws decided to make it. Now they're all turned, and if the scouts' reports are correct, heading...
They are mindless monsters, driven only by hate and dread. With the bandits, we at least knew how and where they were likely. When these creatures come, Dalamil will have... The town guard will muster at the north gate. The rest of us, both forces will provide men to serve as scouts and messengers, ready to spread word of the size and nature of the... And as soon as it has been, we will converge on its position. Conrad, can I count on the support of...
Always.
I leave the selection and coordination of the messenger and the command of our men in yours.
Consider it as you wish.
Natalie, I would ask that you and your people have the and tell the merchant not to waste time securing. As long as we survive, it doesn't matter what trinket our riches can be regained. And if anyone doubts that, let it be known that the Briar's Kiss stands ready to cover any loss.
Very well. I shall tell them.
Where do I fit into this plan?
Where else? But I would like you to travel to the home of our main host, is most likely still there. And
A little guard?
I doubt it.
Luckily,
So you are. All right then. Now it...
Looks like everyone's ready.
Come on. Run like the wind.
There it is. The flood. But what's waiting for us inside?
We can't leave a single one alive.
Finished.
The League is disbanded. I should get back to Dalab.
All the Akashic we were able to... Seems that might be the last.
Last of them here, Clive has returned.
Clive!
It's done. Root.
I knew you.
Thank you, my
friends. The Horde, we need not fear the arrival of any more, thanks to Clive. Victory is ours.
We saved Dalamil.
Lubor, after all you...
But we only...
We need...
So, you do...
We do. It is a stain on ours. We thought only...
I see, but I...
Name them.
Firstly, that you will both do if the Town Guard and the Merchants League do not accept my leadership. Unity is the key to defending Dalamil. When that time comes, I will...
Of course.
And second, you will accept that if the mistreatment of bearers any bearer within our walls they will not be judged by...
As we failed to do.
We agree to your conditions. And we have...
Condition expel then. It seems my mayorship is all... How fit. Not so long ago I had resigned, and now, here. For everything.
Lubor. About the...
Fear not, you are of course relieved. I would sooner face another horde of Akashic than see them brought up as outlaws. I'll make sure they're safe here.
I don't doubt that you will. And not just the children.
Can't have all your...
Are you buying or selling? Go safely.
Your Grace, my lord.
Cyril,
You found a letter? Yes. If you would do us the...
an inheritance.
It would seem the late Archduke penned this myth
The day before we left for...
What are these... His plans for the duchy, Your Grace. Your father entrusted them to my predecessor, the complete emancipation. But your father's dream did not end there. His Grace also spoke of building hospices to care for those stricken by the curse, and the founding of a new university, with the blight spreading ever more widely across the twins. Archduke Elwyn saw this.
He wished to see men and bearers treated as equal. It's small wonder he did not think...
But he thought it achievable nonetheless. Nor would he have entrusted his vision to those who would have stood with you, shielded you from...
It's a pity.
It is true that those most loyal to your father, but one at least remains. and she...
What do you mean?
Mayhap it is better that she... After all, the duties entrusted to me by my predecessor extended...
And where is that?
She awaits you in the archive.
Thank you, Cyril. Shall we then?
Lord Marquis,
what is it, Cyril?
One of our brethren lately journeyed across the street. He sent an owl some while ago.
Was he so very...
No, an ancient relic by gaining an understanding of it.
And so you sent one...
Fully, I entrusted the mission to one of the most able of our order. Though he has been silent, for as you...
But ashes...
Mickleburg, it lies, if aught ill befall. You are my... Go then, with my hopes.
If this new faith really is an offshoot of the Circle of Malleus...
Let's gossip. Right on finding the third chair first, shall we? The Undying are not the only secret fellowship in this realm, you know. There are others, each working for them.
My lord. I am Goditha, retainer of House Ross. Your father, the Archduke Elwyn, entrusted...
Lift up your head, lady. You have our gratitude.
I merely did my duty.
My lady, what exactly is the...
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the...
Indeed it had.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the treasures I bear. Alas. He had intended to claim the Heartstone, but it was not to be.
I see.
It saddens me to bring... It was your father's wish, but with his grace long since gone. And the stone left on you are grown men now. And while I would not presume to insist upon, I know that nothing would have...
Thank you. What say you? What else? Of course, my lady.
Oh, I am...
Do you know where we might find it?
I do. Though it may be a matter, it is found in the bellies of... We do at least know where to find one. A certain specimen...
A certain
You are most perceptive, your grace. In fact, this is the very same beast your father meant to slay. Were you to slay it in his stead, as men have had...
What say you? What else?
Come on.
Eyes peeled, Joshua. Straight home now.
Very good.
The House Rossfield.
Lihat ya.
the Heartstone?
I beg Lady Godotha.
Oh, thank the Griffiness.
And the Heartstone.
Yes, this radiant luster like frozen. Thank you, my. Your father.
Lady Godotha.
Thank you, Cyril. If you would excuse me. The armbands pray. Heartstone is harder and more enduring than garnet. And the graven vines encircling this...
It's a message. Father knew enemies who would thwart his vision.
And only if we stood together, as Phoenix and Shield.
Indeed. His Grace knew the enormity of this, but this was more than just it was a promise.
Thank you for remaining the steadfast custodian.
Forgive me, my lady. There is something I don't quite understand. The Undying told me that after Father died, Mother claimed all of the ducal treasures for her own. Even if the armbands were incomplete, she would surely not have overlooked. So...
Because I was the keeper of the vault. Though I was but a lowly of the deep love he had for both of you. In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered her jewellery be sent away from the castle. I tried to warn your father, but it was too late. When word of the fire reached Rosalith, I knew my time was short. So I took...
And thank the Founder you did.
Yet my duty to your father was incomplete. Not knowing what else to do, I followed the Griffin, and so my pursuit continued. Until Lord Cyril, he informed me that His Grace's will had been recovered.
Lady Godotha, on behalf of my father,
as do I.
Thank you, my lord, for coming back to us.
The bands suit you well. It must be gratifying to finally... It is. If you would permit me to play my part a little longer, let him see that you have
I suppose it... What do you say, Clive?
I was hoping to be able to offer him...
Your father's helm. Since the day we recovered it, I prithee claim it. And I do not doubt that your father would prefer it in you.
Thank you, sir. Come on, Clive.
Ready, go?
Yeah!
No mistakes. Here we are again. Carava. If you were a tortoise, Togo, where do you hide? It looks like we found him. Mid needs another. She can come and get it herself. Well met. May Gilbert smile on you.
Do you see that too?
Papa?
Oh, please.
I'm scared.
Ambrosia won't help me here. Let's go. Can't be Rutherford, can it?
Turncoats and cowards, the lot of you!
Allow me.
I don't need...
Please, this won't take long.
You're right. It won't. Men.
A little longer than I'd have liked. Field Marshal Haviland, are either of you injured?
No, my lord. You arrived just as our escort turned on us.
Fucking traitors. But I hadn't thought the corruption had reached... It's a fucking... You're interfering, old bastard of my lord, or a Sidia.
Call me what you want. It doesn't change all the urgency of the message I bring. My uncle has a plan to right the realm, and he...
Before I'd have you answer, what do you stand?
I won't deny that I might benefit from that. I seek a new beginning for and while the choices I've made may not I know for so long. So many when it should have been our decision all along. But in order to take it, we must stand together.
Certainly not the words I expected from an outlaw. You are, no, I'll never hear the end of it. All right.
I'll start by ordering my most trusted. Next, I'll make contact with my counterparts in the Imperial Army and see if I can...
Thank you, Field.
But they are not the...
What do you mean?
I don't doubt that I can bully some sense into a few generals. But those they aren't, we will need an envoy. One who can court...
I'm flattered. And I have other problems. What we need is a skilled arbitrator.
Is that so? And would he happen to...
Of a different kind.
Beggars, I suppose we'll all have to find a little of the outlaw in ourselves if we're to make it through this.
I shall.
My lord, your lord uncle bade me escort the field marshal.
I will see them myself. Very good. An envoy. I can barely convince my brother to take his medicine. Someone like Quentin. I hope I can convince him at least. Ready, go? I can walk from here. Quentin.
Do you know? Something tells me. Go on then. You'd have me convince the chiefs and chamberlains and do the one thing that has proved impossible for thousands of years.
I know it's a lot to ask.
And you'd have me give up what little the people of Lost Wing are mine. You'll have to find someone.
I'm sorry to...
And why might that be?
What he's asking. They want you to speak for those who can't speak for them. If it's the vineyard, you'll see that the grapes are picked and the tons...
It's not...
Then what is it? You said yourself we're family, don't you?
You know that's not...
Then what are only we are worth saying? Why turn your back on everyone else? You convinced us who's to say you couldn't convince them?
A stir. I fear that any...
So you'll join us. Field Marshal Havel will want to speak with you. I can arrange for a party of cousins.
That would be... I hear the roads are far...
My uncle. It's still here. A lot smaller than I remember. You're a lot bigger.
You two go on. I doubt that boat will hold us.
If you're sure. Hop in, boy. This place hasn't changed at all. The rookery's right through those trees. Come on.
get so big? Race you there? I bet I could still beat you. Here we are. This was our hideaway. Wasn't it, Torgal? Coming here helped me to forget who I was. Or wasn't. Prince. Shield. Son his mother could love. Had I been any one of those things? Perhaps. What is it, boy? This is all from the castle. In Phoenix Gate. Did you bring this here? My sparring sword. Well. You never stopped looking for me, did you, boy? Thank you, Torgal, for never giving up, for never forgetting. Let's take this with us, shall we? So I don't forget either. That's not the way back to the boat, Torgal. All right. I'm coming. I think I know where we're going. People always talk about the importance of putting the past behind you. But without him, we wouldn't be who we are today. And we certainly can't steer our way to a better tomorrow. Come on, Torgal. Let's go home. Sorry for the wait. We're ready.
It's oil. After what happened here, it's a miracle there was any left at all. I better get these materials to Min so she can finish her project.
Unwavering will and an unbreakable bond. Do you really think we're strong enough?
Save the world? Of course. To have overcome Father's political enemies. That unless actually knowing what we know now, my mother was truly capable. But perhaps these bonds would have helped. Knowing he was with us would have made all the difference.
It's just back there. Father always fought for what he believed was right. It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
We all have love. We all have love. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
What he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
We won't lay you down.
Onward then.
Onward. To the end.
And to a new beginning.
No use calling Ambrosia now. Ambrosia won't help me here. Run like the wind. This be Nickelback. You deserve a rest. These people aren't turned. And the village seems safe. What is going on? Heed the call. No, to be honest,
Is that
what are you doing here?
It's my home.
You keep saying that.
They came to perform the rite. This village where they shall cast their shot.
Give themselves.
Oh, Lord.
Let free us.
They want to forgive me.
But you mean the traveler from Stone?
Thank you.
They seek the same salvation Barnabas did. At least the third church still lives. Let's go and find him.
Excuse me. I am. Lord Rosfield. That's right. You must be the third. I am. Cyril was worried for your safety, and I must apologize. I did not mean to trouble the bearer of the burning quill. He said that you had failed to... I came here to study the followers of this new faith. I've seen them. Devote themselves to the veneration of praying night and day that they might be rid of their wicked wills, not that they might be granted respite from their worldly serve him. I too swore to devote my life to the service. And so I would see it through, to see these people safe, that they might do their duty to their Lord. You do understand what I do, my lord. They would cast aside their wills and become... I know that it may be hard to believe, but to these people, forgive me, my lord. But I must remain. Did you hear that, my lord? I'll go and find out what. Beneath the flood. There must be. Echoes as well.
Ready, brother?
Ready. What now? We meet again. I've killed your kind before.
Damn it.
Don't you die. Come on, speak to me.
I had to save them, that they might have a chance to find true salvation. By devoting themselves to the service of their Lord. Just as I did, when the Undying plucked me from the gutter and gave me a cause to believe in. A duty to serve was
was everything to me, and I would not deny them that fulfillment, even if they must become a Kashik in order to achieve it. Forgive me, my Lord Marquis. I did not mean to trouble you with this. My findings. Could you deliver them to Master Cyril for me?
Of course. Your duty will be done.
Look, my lord. They are saved.
They are saved. Found her. I should get this report to Cyril.
My Lord Mark, I am glad.
I met with your third chair, Cyril.
Thank you, Mike. He remained.
He died protecting the village. I buried him in
If you could not.
The villages, they prayed to their god that then an ether flood came. Your brother sacrificed, even knowing that light.
Then he perished defending liberty. For the right to choose how one dies is no less.
Sid would agree.
A noble ambition. To die for what it matters not how misguided others might. Only that the decision we live according to the teachings of our order. For better or worse.
But he didn't die for your creed. You still believe that what he did was wrong.
I believe we of the Undying are not slaves, and this was his will.
I'd like to know this man, to know the names of all the Undying who've fallen in the line of... They died serving my house. That is my...
Of course, I shall fetch the Book of Martyrs. My lord, it has been the greatest honor of my life. Though our duties may differ, yours is no less important. I pray with all my heart, and were they here, I have no doubt but that every one of my full...
Doris is waiting for me near Balmung. The longer she's out in the open, the more likely she is to be found by a Kashik. I need to hurry.
Have care.
No need to ride from here. There were no guards out.
None manning the... It's a different story inside, though. The corridors are crawling. If Chadwick was being held here...
Don't give up hope just yet. Let me check the ground floor.
Then I'll search the upper level. Good.
Just how bad are the floods inside the walls? Bad enough to turn a bearer? I hope not. We're risking a lot just being here. Better keep my eyes open for signs of life. So this place, I doubt they'll have taken the creature with them. They were feeding bearers to it. Minimal loss of Waluda lives. Even the Imperials take better. Nothing but a Kashik down here. Hopefully things are looking better upstairs. I should go and see how Doris is getting on. No lock downstairs.
I know. I've been reading bearers die every day in service of their master. Pitting bearers against a wild beast armed with nothing but their wits. And not just those who could fight, but... and those who wouldn't, or couldn't, were...
I'm afraid.
Then we're too late.
Don't say that.
A key. But...
Perhaps it will fit one of the doors downstairs. Finish up here.
All right. If we don't find any survivors, we've risked our lives.
Let's see what we can find down here. Survivor. And she sounds close. There's no need to be. Are you alone?
Some of the guards. Everyone.
Thank the.
It was worth our coming.
Ready when you are. You poor thing. He must have been.
This-
What?
He fought the monster. He must have sent you. He promised. Where is he? He opened his.
Chadwick.
Was that?
We have to get out.
Doris.
All right. I'll look after the girl. You teach that thing a lesson. You're safe now.
It's out there waiting for me. I can't let it live. Not if it's got a taste for bearers. Will wreak havoc if it ever leaves the prison. I can't let that happen.
gitu ya.
Sid, are you...
I'm fine.
No.
What is it?
Diary. I gave it to Chadwick before we went us. He was here.
I'm sure he fought bravely to the last.
Chadwick.
Come on. We have to get her.
No. I'll see that she's looked after from now on.
From what I hear, you've barely left the girl's side in days.
She is. I thank the flames we found.
I know. I'm sorry we weren't able...
There's no need to apologize. How he fought to the bitter end. That's the man I remember.
I wish I could have met him. I'd like to hear more about your past.
Of course. You already met my former master. She trained Chuck. We were supposed to be sold to the highest bidder when the time came. But no bid was ever. For years, we were her daggers in the shadows. But we could never quite shake our so we escaped. But staying together was out of the question. They would have found us too easily. After so many years of training, the pull to serve was always strong.
But even in captivity, he died, not as someone's...
Hyde Marie is proof of that. Bearers can, and the curse breakers will I'll fight until my dying breath.
Thank you, Doris.
You make it sound like our...
Tell me.
It's most of what I need. And a cogwheel. Gear's that small are a bastard to make, and I...
Wait, the children. When they took... Now that I think about it,
The young'uns? But why would they... I'll keep working on the model. You...
Sid!
She wasn't. She's just busy working.
New invention, is it
Do you think she'll let us...
That just so happens to be why I'm here. A brass gear. A tiny...
Oh!
We saved it, just in...
Since your lesson, we've been disassembling all the pieces that are left over.
That's...
Look! I found it! Is that all? Just...
That's all for now.
Thanks, Sid.
Has Midadol mentioned a new project yet?
Well?
They did.
Will it work?
What exactly...
Only the most... The wings aren't going to move on their own. But with the right cog, it will. That should do it. Here goes nothing. Titan's dead.
Wasn't supposed to fly, was it?
Of course it was supposed to fly. Wouldn't be much of an airship if it didn't. Honestly, these bloody engines are driving me mad. I was so sure this would be the day she soared. The Mithril engine was made to make dreams come true. But maybe this is one dream the world's better off without. Show folk how to take flying. It won't be long till they're raining death down on each other. People will lose their homes, children, their mums and their dads. Like I lost mine.
I'm sorry.
So am I, Clive. So am I. Sorry that I have to choose. Do I follow my head, or do I follow my heart?
Good question. The first time I stood on the deck of your ship, felt the wind in my hair. It was like I was flying. But imagine how it would feel to actually do it.
My dad always said there were two ways of living life. Chasing a dream or shuffling to your grave. And he were right. Right about a lot of things. Not that I like to admit it. People need dreams to chase. Especially in a world like this. Right. When this is over, I'm gonna take all my Mithril engines to Zemeckis and sling them over the edge. I won't have my dream end up turning into someone else's nightmare.
But all that hard work...
All that hard work will not be used for war, Jamie. But it isn't like it'll be gone. Tell me, Clive, have you ever been on a treasure hunt?
Since Joshua and I were boys. Why do you ask?
Because I'm gonna bury the engine schematics and leave behind a little riddle telling people where to find them. A really hard one, so that only the most dedicated dreamers will ever be able to work it out. Ooh, I can picture it now. Some daft general squinting at the words with a gormless expression on his mug. Like that one, yeah.
Right.
Of course, if I'm putting this engine at the end of a treasure hunt, won't be much of a prize if it couldn't even make a toy boat fly after all. But it ain't the size of a dream that's important, is it, Clive? And I reckon I've got a fair few...
I'm sure you do. Uncle, the field marshal... Rutherford is accompanying him. They will await your return.
One other?
Lord Havel was concerned that even if he could get the realm's armies to agree to an accord, he asked if I might have a solution.
One of...
Master Quinton would probably call me...
Another out. Just the thing we need to put these good thinking, Clive.
I'm glad you...
The more the merrier.
Uncle, assuming Havel and Quinton can solve our... You still haven't mentioned how we might manage the...
Oh, the 7... They have all agreed to make the most... Oh, of course it did, but luckily I had...
From who?
Why, you, my boy. Rumor has it that you rescued...
It was more of a...
Well, she had a shipload of talents delivered to my private dock, and when the other houses saw the parsimony... Now,
Join us there at your earliest...
Of course, Uncle.
And how, pray tell, will we get that great...
You'll find another bloody road. I only have so many men, and I'm not about to send them... That is, unless you'd have them turn us...
Well, I'd certainly eat less.
Says the man with the belly. My soldiers actually need their rations. They'll be dead even before you've...
Perhaps I might suggest, though supply routes are indeed disrupted, there is no shortage of ships. Indeed, they bob away in every bay from here. Allow them to make port and fill their bellies full of grain. And once those who crowd the cities are fed... but I'm sure that you wish to continue your... Two such firm friends as yourselves... Rutherford spoke fondly of the great bond.
Us?
I can't stand...
Clive, I'm beginning to question the quality...
And what kind of company were you expecting him...
Criminal? How... You are not fit to breathe the same air as this...
Upstanding! He called...
Once more unto...
Shall we begin? What we seek here is not to create a new nation. We wish simply to bring stability to the realm, and to do that we must convince those in power, the general. There will be disagreements, yes. And I imagine some resistance, much resistance. But we cannot let that deter us. If we show them the path, show them that we walk it, the fate of the world lies in my but the well-being of her people lies in our...
Uncle Byron.
Now, with that settled, for what great moment in history... Citizen! Well,
That it is.
This is the role you were born for. We shall play our parts to the best of our ability. The realm needs it. I want you to keep this signed accord.
I will.
You should have... Welcome back, sir.
Welcome back.
Yes. Truth be told, it was me who suggested, but from what I hear...
No. Ember lost his nerve, but he didn't lose heart. He pressed on, and he...
Indeed it is. The fact remains, however, that Ember will not always have a battle-hardened warrior on hand. All I have gleaned from this trial is that without someone watching his back, Ember is little more than...
Wait, Sergeant. Ember still has much to learn, and this time he was found wanting. After all...
With a bit of hard work, any hand can be made to hold a blade. And any mind, but a scout's nose is different. And by sniffing out that log, young Emp wouldn't do to waste it.
Fine.
I'll do whatever. I'll spend my days and nights in the pit if I have to. I'll show you.
Daft as a brush, though. Just like some... And if you ask me, about time the curse breakers took some of the what?
Couldn't hurt.
Just don't tell Gav I said so, will you? I won't have him... Next thing you know...
Forgive me, Sid. This...
But that's why we need men like Ember more than ever. Remember that.
I will...
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Come to claim your just desserts? Here you are. All done?
You all right? About that. Oi! Let's...
Something troubling.
It's just... Eda's babe.
I'm sure she'd like that.
Back in the north. Yeah, I'll let the little tykes...
So?
Well, the problem is that Eda's due any day now.
Is there anything I... All right, then.
A good luck charm.
Not just then.
No. One... There's nought lucky, and thing is, they're hard to come by.
Only the big day is fast.
That, or the bird whose oar sits attached to, aye.
Well, there's no shortage of... I think I might make that my first...
You're a good friend, Clive.
If Joshua's worried about Jill... Joshua, I don't think I'd realized how different, but...
I suppose it's...
She doesn't think she belongs.
And that's why we need to to let her know that we still need her. Now, but how to do that? When last we would...
Of course. Do you remember the time we accompanied Father on his annual tour of the... And Jill and I broke from the procession?
To see this, it was the first time Father. And when he realized you were missing, he had the entire retinue down...
In the rain. A thunderstorm forced us to take refuge in a grove of oaks. It was the Lord Commander who finally found us, and needless to say...
Then it seems you and Jill have unfinished business.
Man's Hill.
Oh, true. Though I suspect it is also much changed.
You're saying I should go and scout the area for bandits?
I'm saying... What would you do without me, Clive? I can't say my travels ever took me back to Man's Hill. I'm curious.
No terminan nunca, tío, las secundarias. Es increíble, ¿no?
This is the place.
I'm sorry. We keep looking. Man's Hill.
Perhaps. It's the only place.
Then why not ask someone?
Someone at the backyard. One of the merchants here has what Gav needs. Excuse me.
Oh,
a silver chocolate.
Oh, or maybe not. There was a man stopped by the rest not long near some guide. Most took him for a...
We'll see.
Just because the heavens have gone to rack and ruin, it don't mean we have to.
How do? You've the look of a man.
I'm looking for a silk.
That's the... No one has seen us. Word is, they were all hunted for their feather. If any are still...
You're probably...
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
Can I help you? You wouldn't happen to...
But if...
It was a silver...
Oh, yeah.
It wouldn't be the... A silver chocobo sighted in the hills near... This is no time to ride. Ready, go?
Faster!